Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain multiple integral, how to find out the double integral, how to evaluate integral by reversing the order of integration, how to find out the volume using double integral, and how to find the area using double integral. So in each case we have to first sketch the region of integration. Already I have explained you in the previous video that how to find out volume, how to evaluate the double integral by reversing the order of integration, and how to find out the area using double integral. So in the present video I will give you more examples related to these topics. Now just see question number 1. Let's suppose we have to find out the volume of the solid whose base is the region in xy plane bounded by a parabola y is equal to 4 minus x square and the line y is equal to 3x while the top of the solid is bounded by the plane z is equal to x plus 4. Now since we want to find out the volume, and we know that volume by using the double integral is the double integral of z with respect to the area, where dA is dx into dy over the region which is given to us. So here the region which is bounded by the parabola by the line y is equal to 3x, right? So now just see. So first we draw the region. Y is equal to 4 minus x square is a parabola, this, and y is equal to 3x line is this. So over this bounded region we have to evaluate the double integral. Okay, so one can first integrate this with respect to x, then with respect to y, or one can first integrate this with respect to y, then with respect to x. Now just see, if we integrate with respect to x first, then what will happen? We want to find out the value of integral, this double integral, so we want to find out the limits. Now just see, if you take a parallel line to x-axis in this region, the limits are varying from here to here, or if you take a parallel line over here, the limits varying from here to this line. So now just see, here the region with respect to x, it splits into two regions, region 1 and region 2. In region 1, if you take a parallel line, it always varying from here to here, and in region 2, if you take a parallel line, it always varying from this curve to this line. Now what is the equation of x over here? Now since this is y is equal to 4 minus x square, so our x will be 4 minus y plus minus square root. So here the value of x is negative and here the value of x is positive. So now if you want to integrate with respect to x first of all our region is split into two regions, region 1 and region 2. In region 1 we have to see the limits for x first. Now the limits for x in region 1, it is varying from this surface to this surface. Here the equation of x is minus square root of 4 minus y, and here it is plus square root of 4 minus y. And in this region the minimum value of y is, now just see what are the points. Here this point is 0 comma 0, okay. Here this point is 0 comma 4. Now it is an intersection of this line and this, so find out the intersection points. When you simplify this you get x square plus 3x minus 4 is equal to 0, means x square plus 4x minus 4 equal to 0. So x plus 4 and x minus 1. So the points are minus 4 comma minus 12, and here it is 1 comma 3. So these are the coordinates. Now just see over region 1 the minimum value of y is 3 and the max value of y is 4. So the limits for y will be 3 to 4 in the region 1 with respect to y. Now just see with respect to x first in region 2. In region 2, if you take a parallel line to x-axis, it always varying from this curve to this. Here the value of x is minus of uh, square root of 4 minus y, and here the value of x is y by 3. Now in region 2, what is the minimum value of y? It's minus 12 and max value is 3. So these are the limits for y. Now evaluate this integral by substituting the value of z, it is x plus 4, right? And over also here find out these double integrals. So add them, you will get the volume of this solid whose base is in the region xy plane bounded by the parabola and the line, and whose top is bounded by this plane. Now just see when you integrate this with respect to y first. So now just see in case when you integrate this with respect to y, first of all we draw the region again. Now since it is a parabola, y is equal to minus x square and a line y is equal to 3x. So over this region we have to integrate, we have to find out the volume. Now we want to integrate this with respect to y first and then with respect to x. So now just see, if you take a parallel line to y axis, it always varying from this line to this surface. Here the value of y is 3x and here the value of y is 4 minus x square. So the limits for y will be 3x to 4 minus x square. Now we want to find out the minimum value of x and max value of x. Now here the value of x is minus 4 and here the value of x is 1, here the value of x is 0 to 4, right? So the minimum value of x is minus 4 and max value of x is 1. So the limits for x will be minus 4 to 1. So now you substitute the value of z over here. This is x plus 4. First you integrate this with respect to y, substitute these limits. Then you integrate this with respect to x and substitute the limits minus 4 to 1. You will get the value of the volume of the solid surface over this region. So in this way we get the value of volume by using the double integral. Now just see one more example. Let's suppose you want to find out the area. Find the area of the region are bounded by y is equal to x, y is equal to x square in the first quadrant. Now first of all we draw the region by using double integral. Now just see what is the region. Region R is bounded by the line y is equal to x and y is equal to x square in the first quadrant. So first of all we draw this region. This is x is equal to y line and y is equal to x square. In the first quadrant it is bounded by this region. So we need to find out the area. Area means we consider function to be 1. So area using double integral will be this one, right? So now just see what are the coordinates. This is 0, 0. When you find out the intersection of x is equal to y and y is equal to x square, you will get this is 1, 1. Okay. So you can integrate this with respect to x as well as with respect to y. So you take a parallel line to x-axis. If you want to integrate with respect to x first, our x is always varying from here, this line to this. Here the value of x is y and here the value of x is square root of y. Now minimum value of the another variable, minimum value of y will be 0 and max value is 1. So now you just integrate first with respect to x, substitute the limits, and then integrate with respect to y, then substitute the limits. You will get the value of area, and in this case it is 1 by 6. Okay. So in this way we can find out the area of some region by using the double integral. Now third type of the problem is evaluate the double integral by reversing the order of integration. So here the integral is given to us. We have to evaluate it by reversing the order of integration. Now just see, let's suppose this is given to us minus 1 to 2 x square to x plus 2 with respect to y first and then x. We want to evaluate this integral by reversing the order of integration. We have to first integrate with respect to x, then with respect to y. We have to find out this. So for this we have to sketch the region of integration first. Now since our y is varying from here to here, so y is equal to x square and y is equal to x plus 2 line. So first of all draw the region. Now just see, this is our y is equal to x square and y is equal to x plus 2 line is this one. Okay, so this is y is equal to x plus 2 line and this is y is equal to x square. Now we have to observe that what region is it this region, is it this region, or is it this region? Now since our y is varying from x square to x plus 2, so over this region our y is always varying from x square to this line. So it means the region is this one. And the minimum value of x is in this region is minus 1. And the max value of x in this region is 2. So here the value of y is 4 and here the value of y is 1. Now we have to evaluate this double integral by reversing the order of integration. So we have to take a parallel line to x-axis first. So when you take a parallel line to x-axis, again it is not fixed. The limits are not fixed. In one region it is varying from this to this surface. In another region it varies from here to here. So again it splits into two regions, region 1 and region 2. So we have to write down the limits for region 1 as well as region 2. So if you take a parallel line to x-axis in region 1, the value is the limits for x is from here to here. Now what is the value of x over here? Our x is square root of minus y, and here the value of x is square root of y. So the limits for x will be minus square root of y to plus square root of y. Now over this region, the minimum value of y, is 0 and the max value of y is 1. Plus, now see the limits in region 2. In region 2, if you take a parallel line to x-axis, x is always varying from this line to this surface. Here the value of x is y minus 2, and here the value of x is square root of y. And in region 2, the minimum value of y is 1 and the max value is 4. So these are the limits with respect to x first and then with respect to y. So here the region R is split into two regions. So whenever we have to evaluate the double integral by reversing the order of integration, first of all sketch the region. And then if you want to integrate with respect to x first, then you take a parallel line to x-axis. Now you observe the limits for x are fixed or not. Is it varying? So split that regions. Now just here, look at here. Here your complete region R with respect to x first splits into two regions, region 1 as well as region 2. In region 1, the limits for x is square root of minus y to square root of plus y. In region 2, the limits for x is from this line y minus 2 to square root of y. And see the minimum and max value of another variable in both the regions. So in this way we will find out the value of integral, right, by finding the limits. Now you just evaluate with respect to x first, substitute the limits, then with respect to y substitute the limits. Similarly over here. So this is third type of problem, that we can evaluate the double integral by reversing the order of integration. For reversing the order of integration, we have to sketch the region of integration and then we have to integrate. So in each case, either we want to find out the area of the region or we want to find out the volume. In each case, we have to sketch the region of integration first and then we have to evaluate the integral, because in each case we are having a non-rectangular region. So one variable will be depending on another, right? So in this way we can evaluate the double integral, or you can say volume and area, by using the double integral.